It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and building 100,000 MTA squad builder. This is kind of a budget squad builder as well, because some of the cards I'll be going over talking about you can get whether you grind agendas, whether you do get them for free, because some of these cards you obviously can get for free as well. Now, it's kind of hard to do this 100k squad builder because there's no in the middle. You either spend 10,000 MT or less, or 40,000 MT or more for Amethyst. There's like no middle ground right now. And so this squad might end up being around 70, 80,000 MT. We're gonna start it off and I'm gonna plug in my point guard as well as my shooting guard, because you can't have one without the other. That is Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner. Now, when I say you can't have one without the other, you actually can, because by themselves, they are two really good budget cards. Jalen Suggs by himself was a really good budget card. Then they released Franz Wagner, who you could grind out, or who is really cheap as well, 10,000 MT, who is fantastic as well. Now, Jalen Suggs at the point guard position. Offensively, he's not great. Defensively, on the other side, Jalen Suggs is really good. Jalen Suggs, really solid defensively. Now for Franz Wagner, what does he provide? Well, he's long, lengthy at the 2. And the big thing is here, when you plug in the duo, they both get a ton better. For Franz Wagner, you guys see the 3-ball goes up, the speed goes up, defensively gets way better, just becomes a way better overall player. 11 Hall of Fame badges as well, meanwhile 10,000 MT. Jalen Suggs can grind him out, otherwise he is 10,000 MT as well. He gets a 93 3-ball, good speed, really solid defensively. And again, you guys can say I'm gassing Jalen Suggs defense, but he's 6'5", good player build, and he is fine defensively. Can you have one without the other? I mean, you can, but when you pair Jalen Suggs with Franz Wagner, that's when you are going to be at your best and really get the most out of your squad. If you're no money spent and you don't have Suggs and Wagner, I really just am wondering, what are you doing? Like, why are you starting your squad not with these two? It just doesn't make a whole ton of sense for me. At the small forward position, we're plugging in Mr. Rui Hachimura. Now, if you've ever played Play Now, you know how good Rui Hachimura is. Wish I could plug in the duo with Austin Reeves. He is just too expensive. Hachi just does a little bit of everything on the court. Knocks down shots with a great 83 3-ball and release. Plays good defense, rebounds the ball, just does everything you need at that small forward position. And that's what I need. I don't need a small forward. It's going to come out there and score a bunch. I don't need a small forward, especially if I've got, Franz and Jalen Suggs who can both defend, to be my lock when I'm no money spent. I just need a small forward that can go out there for 10,000 MT, that I can trust to green every shot I take with him and play good defense. And I think Rui Hachimura fits that build perfectly. He's not ever going to be my, most hyped up small forward in the game. He's not ever going to be, my best small forward in the game. But I will hype him up as being one of the best budget small forwards in the game for the foreseeable future, because he is deserving of that. At the power forward position, we're plugging in Kenyon Martin. Post Evo, Kenyon Martin is fantastic. He is really, really, really good. Now, how do you Evo Kenyon Martin? Well, your best method is probably going to be to turn real player percentage on. Shout out, I didn't figure it out, so I can't take credit for it. But when you turn real player percentage on and hop, whether it is into triple threat offline or the spotlight challenge, whatever it is, real player percentage just makes it so much easier. Now, what does Kenyon Martin give you guys on the court? We got to talk about it. When you Evo him, an 86 3-ball, 85 speed, really solid defensively with the Hall of Fame rebound chaser, which can't be overlooked. Now, he's 6'9", so can he play the center position? I mean, you can test your luck with him there. I just don't think you'll probably love him at that center position, just because I think in the power forward position, you're going to like him a lot more. Release-wise, Svi Mykhailiuk base can't really sit here and gas it, but he is just going to be a solid power forward that you can trust to get you get you stops and knock down threes on that offensive end of the court. Never going to hype him up as the best power forward in the game, but when you're talking about budget power forwards in my team, Kenyon Martin has to be towards the top of your list. At the center position, this one could not be any more obvious. We're plugging in Mitchell Robinson. Sapphire, Evo him to Ruby. Now again, real player percentage needs to be on display, because that is going to be your method to getting this done, because he's got such a low 3-point rating that if you try to do it yourself, if you try to time these shots yourself, you will not have good success with Mitchell Robinson. Let's look at the card post Evo though. 81 3-ball, 73 speed, and defensively is really, really, really good. Now you guys might not want to sit here and gas him as much as me, and that is all okay, but he can knock down shots, defensively gonna get you stops, you know, maybe not against Wemby, but against nearly everybody else in the entire game. When I built my No Money Spent squad series, Mitchell Robinson was the first guy I picked up. He's 4,000 MT, and for that, you're not going to beat Mitchell Robinson. You're just not. Plays defense, knocks down shots, great release. Perfect guy to plug in there to that center position. So when I'm looking at this starting lineup, you guys might be surprised, but you're looking at a lineup for 45,000 MT that you can build and have a ton of success with. I mean, you got basically with this lineup, 2 diamonds, 2 rubies, and an amethyst. Because the diamonds in Suggs and Wagner, those are probably your 2 best players after they do get the duo boost. And then from there on, you just build your squad out. And if you grind it out Suggs, you can spend up maybe more in your small forward position if you want to. But Rui Hachimura can absolutely hold it down. Now, headlining the bench unit, this one, you're going to have to Evo. You're going to have to take the time to do Amethyst Derek White. At this stage, guys, Derek White is super cheap. He came out in that NBA Evo set or whatever they want to call it, the NBA Tournament Battles. That's what they called it. He came out in that set. And with that, guys, he was okay, right? His release was good. His SIGs were good, but he only got better. And that's my whole thing with Mr. Derek White. It all starts and ends with his SIGs. When this card came out as an Emerald, he was already good. And when I knew he was already good, his SIGs were good, I'm like, guess what? The Boston Celtics are the best team in the NBA. The Celtics are going to win a little bit, and as they did, the Evos got better. Now, his Evos really aren't super bad. You just got to be able to get steals, and if you do get steals, you're really going to like Derek White. Has Hall of Fame Challenger clamps when he is all the way Evo'd, and the best part about this Derek White card is his release. So that's my whole thing for Derek White. Even if you don't love the fact that he's only 6'4", even if you don't necessarily like his dribble 6, he's still going to play good defense, and he still has one of the best releases in the entire game as far as budget cards are concerned. Next up, guys, the backup shooting guard position. We're plugging in newly released Herb Jones. Now, when you Evo Herb Jones, 3-ball shooting gets a ton better, and that's the one thing he might have been lacking, right, with the card is, you know what, his shooting might not have been great. But with the Evo, gets a lot better, and again, if you need to go in that real player percentage challenge to get the 3s done with Herb Jones, you can. He has a high enough 3-ball, though he doesn't need it. Now, Herb Jones, best part about the card, he's 6'7". 6'7" at that shooting guard position. That cannot go unnoticed. Knock down 25 3-balls. Guess what? Then you see that 3-ball go all the way up to that 88. 82 speed, still a little low. Would have liked to see that be a little bit higher. But when you talk about 3-and-D guys in my team, you got to talk about Herb Jones. Because for me personally, he's at the top of my list when it comes to budget 3-and-D guys. Is he my favorite shooting guard in the game? No. But when you're talking strictly 3-and-D budget guys, he is definitely at the top of my list as far as budget cards are concerned. Herb Jones, 4,000 MT. You can't beat that. At the small forward position, Brandon Miller. Now, do I like Brandon Miller more than Rui Hachimura? I mean, I could go either way on it. Both cards are really, really solid in my team. Now, for Brandon Miller, he's 6'9". Can play him as shooting guard, can play him as small forward, doesn't matter. Gonna play some defense, but the best part about this card, decent release, D-book dribble styles, and he's got great shooting badges. That's my thing with this Brandon Miller card is, it's not just, you know, oh, he's got hot spots from everywhere. It's not just, oh, he's lengthy at this shooting guard small forward position. It's not, you know, he's got every shooting badge in the game. He's 6'9", so he's gonna hold it down defensively. He's got great hot spots, so he shouldn't miss. Decent release, D-book dribble style. He can just do a little bit of everything on the court for you guys, and I think that's why I'm a big time fan of what Brandon Miller does provide for 10,000 MT in my team. Another Evo card, look, if you're trying to build out your best 100K squad, it's got to include Bobby Portis. Now, these Evo cards, these NBA Tournament Battles cards, at this stage, 11,000 MT. So they're, you know, they have went down in price, but they're still a little bit spendy. Now, for Bobby Portis, you got to Evo him all the way to get the full benefit. 87 3-ball, decent speed, decent interior, decent block. The best part about this card is he gets Hall of Fame catch and shoot. He gets Hall of Fame box out beast, Hall of Fame brick wall, and Hall of Fame post lockdown. That's the best part about Bobby Portis. Can you play him at the center position? Absolutely. Can you play him at power forward? Absolutely, because he plays enough defense at the 4-2 hold it down. The best part about this card is his release though. You're really going to like Bobby Portis. Catch and shoot wise, will not miss. Going to green a ton of shots for you. And his player build is really solid. At the backup center position, this one should be no surprise. We're plugging in Ruby Nicholas Claxton. Now for Nicholas Claxton, could run him at the power forward position too. Could swap him and Bobby Portis. It does not matter. He is going to play a ton of defense for you guys. And that's what you got to prioritize for Nicholas Claxton. I know everybody sees Claxton, and the first thing you see is, wow, he's got an 88 3 ball. That's fantastic. And it is good. I can't sit here and hate on that 88 3 ball. But when you look at the 94 interior, the 96 block, the great rebounding, the great defensive badges, that's really what I look at for Nick Claxton. Sure, obviously, shooting the ball at the stretch, big part of it does help, but his defense is really what tells the whole story. This squad, you're looking probably right around 90,000 MT to build it all. Mitch Robinson, Herb Jones, a little under 10,000 MT, whereas a guy like Derek White, Bobby Portis Jr., they are a little bit more expensive. But this is the squad if I had 100,000 MT and I had a little bit of time to grind Evos, would go out there with. And I honestly think this squad can compete at the highest level. Let me know your thoughts on this squad down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.